Hello, welcome to another episode of the 10 Honest Things Review with HonestJohn.co.uk, where we go through the 10 things that you need to know about a new car. This week, the Citroen C4 Cactus. Now, Citroen says that this is a crossover, don't they all? But it brings together a family hatchback and a... Yeah, we're gonna have to cut, mate, sorry.
Most crossovers, actually, scrap that, all crossovers are made to look like a 4x4 in some way or another, but not this one. So what sort of crossover is it?
The truth is, we're not sure. But the point is that whatever you think about the Citroen C4 Cactus, you do think something strong about it. Now the reason for that is the detailing. Now most cars, details are those little things that you find out about after you've lived with the car for a while. But in this thing, the details are like that big. This, which is a sticker. This, which is also a sticker. This, which is also technically a sticker. This rear panel, which is not a sticker. And this, possibly the most famous sticker ever stuck to the side of any modern car. But there is method in this madness, and it's actually really clever. What Citroen is doing is taking a load of stuff that's designed to cut costs and making it a unique selling feature. It kind of makes this the motoring equivalent of the Blair Witch Project.
Right, okay. So, these windows pop out. This bench doesn't split. There's no switches here. There's no mirror there on the passenger side. I'm gonna go.
Now the great thing about this approach is it actually works. So not only does it make it cheaper to make for Citroen, which makes it cheaper to buy for you, it also makes it lighter, which means it uses less fuel to get around, which means it's cheaper to run. You know, whatever you think about these panels, them ones, they do offer you the sort of impact protection that's just not convenient in real life. Now, starting prices are only ever a starting point, just that. So you'll never pay £13,000 for one of these cars, but it puts it in the same bracket as a Nissan Duke, which is no more a family car than I am PJ or Duncan. Now the boot's not complicated, there's no twin floor or anything, but it is big. And in the back, there's plenty of trouser room, and hat room. And plenty of basic no-frills storage. But when was a cheap family car ever this much fun? Only yesterday I was coming out of Burger King and this happened. And then the day before that was our Honest John Awards and this happened. Now Citroen's minimalist approach to this car means that there are a few sacrifices to be made in here. You actually lose an air vent on the passenger side, which is a bit weird. And it's all a bit hollow, tinny, as you can probably hear. But it looks modern, thanks to these two screens. So you're staring at a lovely LCD speedometer, which is really clear, like a 1980s calculator. And over here, there's an iPad-style infotainment display that controls absolutely everything. It's a bit fiddly, but it works generally. Apart from when you're trying to find a radio station, which is kind of like trying to read the credits at the end of a film. It's all a bit quick. Now this is a Citroen, so using this stick down here is a bit like guiding a soggy Jaffa cake through a trifle. But also because it's a Citroen, the ride quality is like the same Jaffa cake sort of pattering over the trifle. It's really nice. The problem is, if you're exactly 6 foot something, like me, it's impossible to get a good driving position in here. Might be okay if you're smaller, I don't know, I've never been smaller. But the seat lowers from the back, so it hikes your legs up. The pedals are too close, so you end up with your knees wedged against this massive big steering wheel. The result is this. I can't... just about got round. That's the thing about this car, it's so close to perfection. If Citroen could just get the little things right, if it could just make it that little bit more enjoyable to drive, this outlandish family car would be groundbreaking. Thankfully, Citroen has the answer. You don't even have to drive it, thanks to this button here.